All right, we're going to attempt the blinding light challenge. So let us know who did it better.
An emphasis on the word attempt.
Very good. And also post your challenge to this as well.
Yes.
What's up, everybody? I'm Pastor Shawn.
I'm Lee.
Hey, we're here to talk to you about something that's been on our minds today. So, Lee, why don't you tell us what's going on?
Yeah, well, it's funny that we're talking about what we're going to talk about because, remember back, I don't know what it was, about a month ago when Pastor Christina, my wife, had to speak from the pulpit, did the preaching that Sunday. Well, I was like, wow, she's doing great. And so I thought, I want to share this. And I kind of embarrassed myself trying to do it because I kind of disrupted everything. But anyway, I'm sitting there trying to share it on Facebook. But it really was a valuable lesson to me that day because just a few days later while I was at work, I had people who I don't even really know at work who came up to me and said, hey, Lee, your wife did an amazing job. And I'm like, how did you know? I'm like, well, thank you. I'll let her know. But it really hit home that, wow, social media, even if you intend just a small group of people to know something or you want to share something with them, it spreads like crazy.
Absolutely.
And there were people from everywhere, people I don't even have on Facebook, but from friends of friends, things get shared, and then next you know. So that's a valuable lesson to me about just how powerful social media can be. And in this case, it was in a good way.
Right, absolutely. There's a lot of really good things about social media, and that's why today we're going to be talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly of social media. And you pretty much just covered the good, and just to add to that, I really appreciate social media, just as far as keeping in touch with the people I was in the military with from all over the United States. I can still keep in contact with, and I know you served in the military.
Right, it's military and then family. All my family's back east except for Christina's folks.
Sure.
And so just being able to stay connected with what they're doing has been a valuable tool for me.
Absolutely. So, bad of social media. What would you say is some of the bad of social media?
One of the big things why I even struggle using social media is because I see so much bad stuff on it. I hate all the hatred that you can see on social media. People slamming each other. What can start off as a simple thought becomes just a crazy argument back and forth, and it just gets so bad. Absolutely. And people talking smack about other people, the gossip, that sort of thing, just really can be very hurtful. We see a lot of it, not just in our own personal social media, but even in the media around us. I get to a point where I'm like, I'm so tired of this. Yeah. Where's the positive in this
Absolutely. Stuff? Interesting, I was doing a little bit of research, and they did a study 2 years ago. So this is before quarantine.
Okay.
And 2 years ago when they did this study on teenagers and social media, 95% of teenagers ages 13 to 17 have a smartphone.
95% of teenagers 13 to 17 have a cell phone.
Yeah, a smartphone.
A smartphone.
Not a flip phone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm talking smartphone.
Wow.
And if you have a smartphone, you probably are on social media. And that's another thing too. When I think of social media, I think of Facebook. And I know that, I'm not as old as you, but I'm a lot older than teenagers. Yeah. And a lot of teenagers aren't on Facebook. But what are some other social media platforms that you're aware of?
Well, I'm starting to know more and more about this whole Instagram and Snapchat. And then there's these other things too. The most recent one you're using right now with your students, Marco Polo.
Marco Polo, yeah.
We have this Zoom thing that people are using like crazy during this quarantine time. This whole Zoom chat conference thing, whatever they call it. A multitude of things. And then, I even got to thinking about this. We do these YouTube videos, for our students. And I got to thinking, YouTube even is a social media platform. I never thought about that before until today, really.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's so many different platforms that people are using. Obviously, TikTok, as we took part in.
Yes. Hopefully our editor can help us out with that a little bit.
Yeah, hopefully. But so moving on with that, though, the ugly of social media, there's a lot of ugliness on social media. And we think about the inappropriate things that we are exposed to that we really need to be careful not to fall into. And I think that can be a challenge. And when I think of social media as a whole, the things that I sometimes see people post, you got to really be careful what you are posting, because just like you said with Pastor Christina, that went viral around here. The things that the people you work with, and so we really need to be careful of that. You made me think of Proverbs 27:19, which says, "As a face reflected in water, so the heart reflects in a real person." So the things we post, the things we do on social media, is a reflection of our heart.
Sure.
And yes, we're not perfect, but I think we really need to be careful before we post.
Yes. Oh, yes. Definitely think before. I always grew up with my dad telling me, "Son, make sure you think before you speak."
Absolutely.
And I don't know how to make that rhyme. Think before you post.
Sure.
But anyway,
Yeah.
But it's true. You really have to put thought into that. How is this going to reflect on me?
Right.
How is this going to reflect on the other person or people, right, that you're dealing with? Is this something I would say or do in front of
Absolutely.
these people? Or is this something I wouldn't? So those are some
good. Yeah, and it's
points.
important. And of course, we're not saying that we cannot have a disagreement. But social media is not the place to do that. That is where we come together and talk about that face to face, not over social media. Because, as you may know, on social media, unless you are filming videos like we're doing, a lot of social media is texting and typing, and unless you're a professional writer, you might not convey exactly what you're trying to in your post. They could be misunderstood, and then people get upset.
Exactly. You don't, when you're not seeing the person or hearing it directly, then you're missing out on a lot of that, the nonverbals.
Right, absolutely.
And so that definitely can have an impact on what point is trying to be made.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, we read it, the post a certain way. Like if we're in a bad mood, we might read it as in, well, what is this person trying to say? And I think we really need to be careful about that. And really, the rule of thumb, the thing I always do is before I post something, is this encouraging and is it uplifting what I'm about to post? Or is it mean? Is it hurtful? And that's not good.
Right. Kind of reminds me of a passage that was, that came to mind with all this, and it's in Philippians chapter 4, verse 8, and it says, "And now, dear brothers and sisters, one final thing. Fix your thoughts on what is true and honorable and right and pure and lovely and admirable. Think about those things that are excellent and worthy of praise." So those are key things, right? If what I'm trying to say or post is not honorable or pleasing or pure or thoughtful, then why do I really need to be posting that?
Absolutely.
Because it's not being honorable.
Absolutely.
It's not honorable to those people that we're talking about. It's not honorable to him.
Amen. Absolutely. So those are some really good, rules to go by. Especially if you're new to social media. If you're having a bad day, don't post. And if you're upset, if you see something that really gets you fired up and you want to talk to that person, talk to them in person. Go get a Slurpee and talk about politics in person. You don't have to post it on Facebook or Twitter or whatever.
Or all of those, right? Any of those, exactly.
All right. Well, I hope this is encouraging to you guys, and we would love to get some feedback from you guys. If you have any questions or comments, don't hesitate to give us a call or comment on this channel.
Please do.
All right. God bless.
Love y'all, miss you all, and hope to see you soon.